Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. In the last episode, we were working on getting some upgrades to our, um, our base in general with the addition of the reeds, which will give us the punji sticks, and we also did some work with the cactus farm, and we're trying to get into better with mods. We also did some exploration, which was fun, but we need to start getting into better with mods and doing stuff with that. Well, it turns out I was trying to make some stuff. I was growing some industrial hemp from immersive engineering because we're going to need that here today, and we have dead crops. All of the vanilla crops and the rice and flax, which I think are from actually additions. Yeah, they're both from actually additions. All of these crops died. And I did a little research and found out why. So what it is there are seasons. And I actually want to see if we can make a season clock. Nether quartz. I don't think we have nether quartz. It's kind of the thing that we're working towards, is making nether stuff a little bit easier. But basically, if we looked, I'm sure we would see that the season has changed. And there's a whole bunch of these sensors, which are probably based on the different seasons. And basically in winter, crops die. Now, winter is going to be, I believe it's 7 days long, so we can't grow any vanilla crops. However, we could grow Pam's crops. Pam's crops will not die. So we're going to take some stuff over there and hopefully get some good things. Can I use this for anything? Is this worth having? For food anyways. And we can make jerky. That sounds terrible. Drying rack. We could also make monster jerky. And it takes 5 minutes, and it's not gonna happen. So one other thing I want to go ahead and make. I've already ate that. Dang it. I need to find some food that I haven't ate or anything like that. What can we use with rice? Anything good? Probably not. So we can make mochi with water and sugar. That's actually not too bad. We can make rice soup. I haven't ate rice soup, so it's all the stuff with rice. Yeah, you can actually make a decent amount of things with rice, so having that is going to be good. We also need to cool down a little bit. But anyways, today we are going to be working with Better with Mods. I've been doing a lot of research on this mod, and hopefully we'll be able to do everything I want. Worst case scenario, we can't, and we come back to it another time. But just a little bit of a reminder, because it's been a while. The main thing that we are working towards is the blast furnace and coke brick. Now, if we look at these, honestly, we'll just type in brick. That was probably not the best of choices. Hopefully I can find... Alright. Blast brick. This stuff requires nether brick, which would be nether rack, but that would require getting a lot of lava and redstone. I don't really want to do that, if we can help it. And then the other thing we're going to need is the coke brick, which I believe is just as bad. Right here. It requires just normal bricks. That's not as bad. We could probably do that. But that's going to take a lot of water and clay and just bad things. So what we're going to work towards is getting this nether sludge, because we can make, with 4 hellfire dust and potash, which is just, it's a steel cauldron, but we can do that. So it's just some wood. And this is technically just ground netherrack. So 1 piece will give us, that's a 1-to-1, I do believe. So, uh, yeah, we'll get 4 ground netherrack. That'll double the nether brick. And I think that is worth it. Plus, I kind of want to get this set up anyways, just because why not? It's something we'll probably have to do at some point anyways. So getting it set up now isn't a bad idea. So we're going to grow a bunch of rice in the middle here. That's not rice. And this stuff shouldn't die because Pam's doesn't care. But we're going to need more industrial hemp for some stuff, and we'll get to work on this today. So, pretty much, the plan is to start getting into better with mods, like I said. Now, the first step to doing this is we need a knife blade, which is a sharpening stone, which is 2 flint, and a piece of iron. And then we use this knife blade to make an iron knife. We also need to get a normal iron bucket. So hopefully we have enough iron. Oh, I didn't think about that one. I should have done a little bit of sifting. I kind of forgot about that, to be honest. Alright, so we're going to have to get a little bit... Let's see, we have 2 iron does. Wait, no, what am I talking about? We have the smeltery. The smeltery has all of our iron and stuff, doesn't it? So go ahead and... I don't want to do that. I want to keep this out. We're going to get a block of iron. We're going to make a bucket. We're going to make all the stuff we want. And something else that wouldn't be a bad idea to make, we'll get to relatively soon. So there's the bucket. We have a whole bunch of emeralds. Real quick, I want to make a market. So... to make a market, I don't know what the rest of the recipe is. Is that disabled? Let's see, market. No, it's not. Okay, it's wool. Why did I miss that? Oh, it's right there. It's wool and planks. I think we can handle that. I have 4 wool. I don't have any wood in here, but we have plenty of wood out here. So, I think it's just 1, right? We can just do this. Perfect. So we're going to make a market, and what this is going to allow us to do is to basically buy seeds. And it's pretty simple, like so. And we're just going to place that right here. And so if we want to buy spinach seeds, it's 3 emeralds. And we can buy basically anything we want. We can buy spawn eggs, which is kind of cool. There are quests for this as well, so I'm not too worried about that. We can buy any sapling we want, all of the fruit saplings, and basically everything from Pam's Harvest Craft is right here. So it's really, really nice. If we ever run out of anything, we just get to buying. So that's something I want to do. I'm not too worried about food right now, but when we need to start worrying about that, we'll kind of look at what rice can make and go from there, because I think that's going to be the easiest thing. Anyways, back to what we were doing, because I don't know that we're going to need too many emeralds, to be honest. We do need 2 flint. We put these together, make a sharpening stone, make a knife blade, and make an iron knife. Now this is the first step of a couple things. So the other thing we need to do is transfer this water into this one, and then we should be able to go ahead and make the cauldron. Perfect. And we get the bucket back, which is nice. So let's put the iron bucket in there for crafting purposes. I'll keep this one on me just in case I ever want it to use it. So now we have a cauldron. We're going to need some sort of flint and steel and netherrack, just for the time being. We'll be able to destroy the netherrack later. And let's set this up over here, over in this corner. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to put Netherrack down here. We're going to put a torch here just so that we can put a cauldron here. And if we look at the cauldron, it's pretty simple how it's set up. We just put flint and steel and we start lighting it. Cool. So that is for the time being. Now we're going to improve this later, but yeah, we'll get there. So the next thing that we need to do, so what we're working towards is the saw. To make the saw, we need leather belts, and leather belts are made from scoured leather in a cauldron with bark. And bark is what was bothering me. Everything I saw said that I needed the saw to make the bark, but I couldn't get bark with. I couldn't make the saw without the bark. So the secret is right here. You go up to a tree with an iron knife and you break it, and you right click it, and you get bark. So we have 3 bark, and there's another one. And now my question is, what does this become? Debarked. Oh, so it's not quite as good. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna need a little bit more, but that's not too much of a problem. We'll just let that grow, and we'll be back to that later. So that's how you get the bark. But in order to get the saw, we need the scoured leather, which requires so you can use different barks and make it a little bit better. But how many pieces of leather are we going to need? So that gives us 4. Okay, so just 1. So we just need 1 more piece of bark. So you know what? Let's just do one of these. Put that down on the ground and debark it. And just turn those into planks. Cool. Now we put the iron knife in there as well, just to kind of get it out of the way. So that is the first step. Getting the bark so that we can make the leather that we need, which we'll get to later. So the next thing we need is, in order to get the scoured leather, which right here, we need a millstone. So we need to make this guy, which does require a wooden gear. These are pretty easy. They're easier to make later, but that's fine. You know what? Let's go ahead and just make a crafting table out here. Let's put it over here. This will be our Better with Mods area anyways, so we'll just put it right over here. And we need something like that. And we get some wooden gears. Now, in order to make the millstone, also the zombies are dying on our punchy sticks. I've added quite a few on this side, so that is a thing. But anyways, the thing we need is the millstone. So we just need chiseled stone. We need stone. Okay, that's easy enough to get. So we'll just go get some stone, and we can start working towards the next stuff. I don't know that I have any stone just lying around, do I? Nope. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and get some stone. Yeah, I don't have any. We need 8. And yeah, so we're going to be making the millstone. Now, here's the thing. A lot of machines in Better with Mods need power, and the way they get power is not through your typical stuff. We're gonna need to make a windmill or a watermill, but I'm gonna make a windmill, and we're gonna need some gearboxes, which is going to require a redstone latch, which is pretty easy, just some golden redstone. And let's see, we don't have much redstone, and then we're also gonna need some axles, which that requires hemp ropes. So a lot of hemp. Alright, we'll see. We're gonna need a lot of hemp for this, aren't we? Because that makes 1. Is there any other ways to make hemp ropes? Not that I'm noticing. Hemp fibers. If we had hemp, we could millstone and get a lot of that, but we don't. So maybe we want to go for the water wheel. Is the water wheel an option? So wood blades, not until you get into other things, because the wood blades are what makes the water wheel to begin with. So you have to get the windmill first. Alright, and that's going to require a bunch of hemp. So yeah, let's get growing. Luckily we have quite a few plants, and honestly the stuff grows pretty quickly. We also have a watering can to make it grow faster. But let's grab all the hemp that we have and hope for the best. So we should have our stone by now. And we should be able to go ahead and make the grindstone. The millstone, rather. Same difference. So there is the millstone. Now we're going to need... I believe we need 2 gearboxes. So that's going to be a lot of wooden gears. So we're going to need a decent amount of wood. That's not too much of an issue. And let's just take all of that. We're going to need a little bit of gold. Probably a single ingot will be good enough. And we should be able to make most of the stuff we need. So let's go ahead and make 3 of the redstone latches. We're going to make a ton of this stuff. And like I said, we'll make more later, so it's not that big of a deal. But let's go ahead and make 2 gearboxes. And then we're going to need, for the windmill, which is right... Not the vertical windmill. We just need a normal windmill. Oh, where is it? I don't see it. We need 4 of these guys. So 4 tough fabrics from immersive engineering will work. So there we go. And no, we need a lot more than that. We need 4 of these guys, which is 6. So we need 24. Ugh. So we need 20 more sticks and a lot more stuff. Alright, so this isn't going to be nearly as easy as I'd hoped, but that's okay. We'll get there. We'll get it. So we're just going to come in here and we're going to watering can this and get a bunch of hemp. And you know what? Let's make a 9x9. We do need to get our mattock. And then 2 more of these seeds. And we just kind of hang back here. And we need like 20, we need 80. We need well over a stack of industrial hemp. Now, is it possible to get the hemp seeds? Because these are, I want to say it's from grass. Long grass would make the hemp. And there's got to be a better way to make this stuff. We're also going to need a little bit of axles. I'm not entirely sure how much, but we're going to need a decent amount. So we're going to just need a lot of hemp. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. Actually, no. We can skip this for a second. Because once we get the saw, then we can worry about everything else. Never mind. There is a different way we can do things, I think. There's also a hand crank. Yes, let's make that. That seems to be a little bit easier. We'll get a lot of the hemp later. I'll see if it's possible to get the other type of hemp from this mod pack or not. We're going to need you, and we need some stone. That's why I came in here. 2 stones, we have a wooden gear, and we can make most of the stuff. So we'll make a hand crank, and I'm not entirely sure if that goes straight on the millstone or not. But we'll find out. All we need to do is scour the leather, which, in case you don't know, if you want to make tan leather, what you have to do is you have to basically cut up the leather first, which is the scouring process, and typically you soak it in things. That's what the cauldron recipe, I think, is doing. And then you eventually make the stuff, the tan leather. So something like, oh, it's cobblestone. Derp. Alright, let's see if this works. So we're just going to put the millstone right here. And we're going to put the hand crank on top. And that is working. Now it's super duper slow. But that's okay. We'll get the scoured leather. And then we put that in with the bark. And then we're going to need some shears. Which I wonder if we already have shears. And there's the scoured leather. So we just put that in here with the bark. And it will start cooking up. Kind of cool animation. And that will make the tan leather, rather. And then we'll just need some shears, which I'll go ahead and make some new ones. And yeah, this is almost done. And then we'll be able to make the saw. And then once we have the saw, if we can hand crank that, that would be awesome. But we're going to need 2 more sets of gears before we can do anything with this. So, need a little bit more wood. And we'll get started with this. So, are you done yet? You are. We have the tan leather now. Let's go ahead and get 2 more gears, 2 more sets of gears rather. This goes with the shears to give us the cut leather. Then we can get the leather straps. We're going to keep the cut leather. And then we're going to make the leather belt. And we should be able to make the saw. Awesome. Now, this goes down like so. Now, can we use... Can we use this? And all you have to do is place a block in front. I wonder if it has to go on top. No. Alright, let's try one more thing. And we're going to need a hemp rope. And I believe something like that. That makes an axle. We're going to put a axle in the back of this. Which I didn't know it was directional. We're going to put a gearbox here. And I think that's the input. Hey, that worked. And then we can make a saw. So that is kind of cool. Eventually, what the plan is going to be, and I think we're going to make the water wheel rather than the windmill. So we just kind of wasted some hemp. I wonder if I can salvage this. No, not really. We can make balloons. But we need to cool off. So let's pop in here for a second. And, you know, we made that. It's a little excess. It's okay. But we're going to make a water wheel, I think. Maybe we'll make a windmill. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Water wheel's probably going to be cheaper. It does require slime blocks, but it requires a siding, which is what we get from, well, sawing our stuff. So if we put 1 block, we get 2. So it's a little bit better of a, it's more efficient. So that's going to make siding, and we're going to want a decent amount of this. And eventually what we can do is put a hopper or something underneath it, or we'll set up some sort of system for this. But basically, what we can do... Oh, I didn't actually need to break that. I should have said. We can put this, and then if you shift right click it, you can change which side is the input and everything else becomes outputs. So then I could do another one here, do the same thing, and we can have a water wheel basically. And we'll have to kind of set this stuff up a little bit, but yeah, the gearboxes and the axles are the main way to move things around and all that kind of stuff. And we can use the siding for how do we make the axles, these guys? Oh, they're moldings. So if you want to get molding, all you have to do is take one of these guys, place it down, and hand crank this. And that doesn't do anything because of where it's at. We need to place it right there. And there we go. You can cut these into moldings, and then you can also cut these guys into corners, which then can be cut down into the wooden gears. But we need the saw to make the filtered hopper, and that's the main thing that we're going to be working towards. And that will allow us to get eventually the nether sludge. Now, this is a normal recipe for the cauldron. However, the potash, which we're going to need, requires a stoked cauldron, and that's going to require more work. That's going to require a hibachi, which is just some concentrated hellfire with a cauldron recipe. Most of that's not too bad. The hibachi is actually kind of cool. It is just a fire starter, basically. And then the other thing we're going to need is bellows, which is going to be a lot of leather, but the bellows are a little bit more interesting to deal with. But that's going to allow us to get the stoked cauldron, and we'll be able to get the hellfire dust through ground netherrack. And yeah, this will be probably another episode worth of work, but we'll get all of it done. And I think the next thing I want to work on is getting a water wheel and or a windmill set up. The windmill would probably be cheaper in the long run, but it's going to require a lot of industrial hemp. So unless we can, I don't know, can I do something with this? Let's move this guy. Is that going to do anything? I don't think so, but we can make flour, we can make sugar. Make a lot of things. We can make more blaze powder from blaze rods, but we don't have any blaze rods. Actually, we might have a couple, but we can make flour, and then the flour can be used for other things. So just a bunch of things we can do. We can make cocoa powder, cornmeal, basically anything we can make with a mortar and pestle, it looks like. So I will look into seeing if we can get hemp, and if we can, then that might be a better way to go about things. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. I need to eat. I'll need to get some food and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do a bit of work off camera. Next time, what we're going to do, it's something I can eat. Let's just eat an apple. It's not going to be very good. Can eat zombie flesh. Definitely not going to be very good. Yeah, I need to come up with some more stuff to eat. We can eat a carrot. And piece of rice. Why not? There we go. So now we can eat the toast, which is a lot better. So I'm gonna get some water. This is finally backstocking a little bit, which is really cool. But I'm going to continue doing some work around the base, cleaning things up and all that kind of stuff, especially after the sandstorm, and getting more industrial hemp. I do want to see one last thing. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here. I don't have any bone meal. Dang, I was hoping to have some bone meal in here, but we have plenty of bones, because we have the compressed bones. And I think I have a bunch of bones out here as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make some bone meal, and we're going to see if we can get anything from this grass. If we can, that'd be awesome. If not, oh well. Oh, flowers and seeds. Alright, so I'm going to end the episode off here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time we are going to continue with Better with Mods and get into some automatic power, not the hand crank. I kind of forgot about the hand crank. We're going to jump right to either the water wheel or the windmill. I'll kind of decide which one I want to do based on whether or not I can get the other hemp seeds. If I can get the other hemp seeds and start growing those, then we're definitely going to use the windmill because I've already got some of the stuff. But we'll see. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!